Oh man, what is going on in the real estate industry right now? So, as many of you may have heard, there are these two lawsuits out there that are basically alleging that the system that's set up right now for commissions paid to buyer's agents is the way it's being handled. The plaintiffs are claiming that it's antitrust and that it's also overinflating the amount of commission that sellers have to pay. So these plaintiffs, there's one case that's about to go to trial next week on October 16th. That one's in Kansas City, Missouri. And what those plaintiffs are alleging is, again, the commissions are being affected by the way the MLS is set up, where you basically offer the buyer's agent 2% or 2.5% of the deal. Which, as we all know, comes out of the seller's pocket because the seller pays the listing agent and then the listing agent shares their commission. So the defendants are the National Association of Realtors, the NAR, and like every real estate agency you can think of, Coldwell Banker, RE/MAX, Keller Williams, you can go across the board. So just recently, I think about maybe 2 weeks ago, RE/MAX and Anywhere Real Estate, which used to be Reality, which, as many of you may know, owns Corcoran, owns Better Homes and Garden, owns Century 21, owns ERA, a ton of real estate agencies. But Anywhere Real Estate agreed to settle this case for about $83 million. Also selling the case was RE/MAX. They agreed to sell for about $55 million. Now, of course, they're not admitting any guilt or anything like that. They're just saying that they're selling the case because it's in the best interest of the company. So the remaining defendants in this case coming up next week is the NAR, as well as Keller Williams and Home Services of America. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. Now, there's been some other blowback that's been happening. Just a couple of days ago, Redfin announced to their agents that they no longer have to be members of the NAR in order to be an agent for Redfin. So that is a major shift. The other thing, the news that just came out today, is that the NAR now says that you don't have to post a commission due to the buyer's agent on the MLS. You can put it as 0 to buyer's agent. So it's going to create all kinds of turmoil. Who's going to pay the buyer's agent? Are buyers now responsible for paying the commissions to their agents? There's a lot going on right now in the industry. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this ends up. So just keep your ear to the ground and let's see what happens, next week with the trial. I'm sure it's going to probably be a week or two, maybe longer. And let's see what happens. But right now, some crazy times in the real estate industry.